I know you can't see this top corner, but I just figured I would come and finish this painting with you. I have to fill in the holes. If you hear background noises, just ignore it. They're kind of building the house today. Okay, they're putting stones down. They're working on the foundation still. So I can't help it. I can't reach the window to close it, and it's gonna be too hot to close the window. So we do background noise here. I'm using a, oh, it's not very clear, eh? Wonder why. Not focusing. Hopefully you can see this. I can't tell because of how my camera is. Anyways, I'm using Diamond Art Club wax pen. It's almost empty actually. I really like it, but I find that the wax comes off once in a while and I have to wipe it off and it just seems to disappear. I know there was somebody else who was saying the wax came out of their pen quickly, so they put it in the fridge. I'm not sure if it was an episode or if it was on a live, but I remember the person saying it. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then when I started using this pen, I thought, oh, I see how you mean, like the wax comes off. See, like it just did there. So I thought I would finish this with y'all. I think I started this on Friday. I could have finished it yesterday, but I was tired and it was hot. This is the part of the canvases I don't like, where you go and fill in the blanks. Usually I'd put this on a window so that I can see. I got something. That's something on the kitty's face. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I didn't get it. I'll have to get my tweezers later. So, what has everybody been doing? I started this painting for Halloween that's coming up. I figured I would do all of the paintings that I have that are for Halloween because I have been hoarding them, waiting for Halloween, and there's no reason to wait until the end of October to do these. I should do them before October gets here. I mean, before Halloween gets here, in celebration. Did you all know that Halloween used to be considered New Year's Eve? Halloween is also an Irish holiday. That's where it came from. Over in Ireland. They would have a big festival, sort of like our Thanksgiving. And all the families would get together. It wasn't about costumes, and it really wasn't about candy. Sadly, everything should be about candy, if you ask me. I love candy. I love sugar, which is bad because I have diabetes. Yeah, so in Ireland, they used to believe that, whoops, just made a drill go fly on the floor. They used to believe that New Year's Eve was the end of a season. Why did I say New Year's Eve? Halloween used to be the end of a season, an end of an era, a year, whatever. And November, oh, there's a kitty cat. No, don't throw that on the floor. Oh good, you can't see the kitty. Alright, hold on. Since the cat is gone, she was sitting in the spot I needed. Let me move my camera. There. I don't know if that's any better for you guys. I really can't tell if this is blurry or not. I forget what I was talking about. Halloween. I should do a segment on what the real Halloween is. Did you know? And I'm not going to make this religious. Everybody is allowed to believe whatever they want. I am not bashing anybody, just so you are like getting your bristles up before I start talking. But a lot of holidays and traditions were actually not where they came from. They were pagan. So Christmas was pagan. Easter is a pagan holiday. What's the one in May? Not Mother's Day. I want to say Memorial Day. At the beginning of May. That used to be a celebration. Spring is a celebration. The beginning of each season. Fall, winter, spring. You know the seasons. I can't remember if there's 8 or if there's 12 pagan holidays throughout the year. And you will find they are very, very related to Christian holidays, which is very interesting if you are kind of like, what is she talking about? Look it up and you'll be amazed. I promise you. The same traditions between each Christian and pagan, the same time of year, blah blah blah. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to pick some numbers. Hold on. There. How about I do it this way? Let me see if I can. Is that better? We need to figure out what colors we're gonna do next. I only have a few tiny holes in here. So what's going on with me? What is new? I am on prednisone. I've been taking 5 milligrams. I should actually be taking 10. The 5 was working, but I think 10 would be better. My chest is still getting kind of tight. I didn't lose my voice like I thought it was going to. I think it's because I started the prednisone. Prednisone I'm taking is for the asthma. I have really bad asthma. Oh, and now I have a cat on my back. I had a doctor's appointment this morning for my port. That's a permanent IV that is in my chest, so that when I get sick I don't have to go to the hospital and get an IV in my hand because my veins are shot from the toxic antibiotics. Yay, go me. I like to excel at screwing things up, so why not screw up my veins, right? This weekend we went fishing. We did not catch anything, and we later learned that, so when did we go? We went on Sunday. So I'm not sure if the guy said it was Friday or Saturday, but somebody had been chased by the cops and they drove their truck into the lake. So I think that's why there was no fish, because either they were checking out the truck or they got scared. There's not very many, I was gonna say there's not many more trucking. There's not many more fishing days left. It's cold in the morning. It's like 2 weeks ago when we went fishing, it was 45 when we got there. This weekend it was 55 and it was still cold. Please don't chew on that. Thank you. My cat's trying to eat the drill bottle. The sun was beautiful though as it came up. Everything was red. I know they say red in the morning, sailor's warning, but it's actually a pretty decent day, weather-wise. I didn't catch any fish. Got some bites, but nothing huge. They were probably little. There's an invasive species in the lake, and they eat perch eggs, and that was probably what was biting our loins. 2023, I've caught 100 of these invasive species. They're little, like 3-inch long monsters. The very first time we caught them, they're called gobies, so G-O-B-I-E-S. The first time we caught them, we were like, what the heck is this thing? And the other people fishing, they're like, give it to the birds, don't throw it back in. And we're like, oh my god, what is it? And then we found out that it eats the perch eggs, and that's why the perch are having such an issue right now. One of the reasons. The water level is down a lot. Enough so that where we go fishing, it's a lake that turns into a creek. Stop. If you go one way, you can park your sailboats. If you go the other way, it turns into a creek. Lucy, stop chewing on my pen, please. Sorry, I'm trying to discipline my children. Anyways, the water level is so gone that you can see the rocks in the creek. I thought that's amazing. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if this is gonna affect the snow. Maybe if we get a lot of snow, it'll melt and go back into the lakes. I don't know. I do know the lakes were hot this year. The fish were not. Somebody just talked to me about this today. That yes, the lakes heated up and there was not enough oxygen for the fish. So they had to either move or they had to rise where they usually sleep. Because they needed to find oxygen. It was a very, very bad fishing season. And it is almost over. We might possibly be able to go, what's next weekend? 3 more times maybe this year. And then we gotta wait. Oh wait, I'll tell you. Last time I went fishing, I broke my line. I think I was stuck. And I was trying to get my line unstuck, and all of a sudden I heard crack. And my pole started to split in the middle. So that was kind of a bummer. I have other poles, thankfully. Because I don't know, I would have been done. Wouldn't be able to fish for the rest of the year. So, what have I been doing otherwise? Oh, me and the doggy have been walking. Me and Rigby have been going walking. Since the weather is nicer, it's getting a little hot near the end of the day. But it's still nice during the day. We can go walk. And because he can't go in the backyard anymore, we have to take him for walks. We no longer have a backyard. And yesterday we walked for 4.35 miles. The day before was 4.31. And so far today we've already walked 1.5 miles. I don't mind, now that I'm on the prednisone, I don't mind walking. I actually like it. I miss my treadmill is what I really do. I really miss my treadmill. My motor died and there was just no saving it. So I'm kind of sad. I used to get awards. I used to sign up online and get awards for doing 5Ks. I liked doing that. I actually, you know how they joke that you get like a runner's high? You get, what is it, endorphins? You really, truly do. You get addicted to it. And now that I know that we can walk 4 miles, I'm trying to push myself to get more every day. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it gets cold out. This is what always happens. I start walking in like September, and then I just keep going and going and going, and then eventually it's too cold to even go outside, and I'm like, well, crap. Now what do we do? I haven't, oh, you know what else I've been doing? So I worked on this painting. I have also been knitting a sweater. Excuse me. I am half done the body, and now it is just plain stitching around and around and around and around for 10 inches. Whoops. Oh. Well, I would like to be done the sweater so I can wear it soon, but it's still 90 degrees outside, so there's no need for a sweater. So the seasons are working with me for once. I don't have it with me, so I can't show you a photo. Maybe I could put one at the end for anyone who is interested. So I've been switching between this and knitting. I have my next canvas picked out already. Remember last week I washed all my drills and they got all wet. I picked out my next canvas when I washed the drills. There's a cat behind me. He thinks that it's lunchtime, and it is not. There's a time change coming in November, but the animals are feeling it already. They already think that dinner is at 4 instead of 5. They think that lunch is at 1 o'clock instead of 2:30. See, here they all come because they're like, oh, are we being fed? No, Mommy is making a video. We are not having lunch right now. No. No. I haven't really been doing anything else, guys. The Canadian government's going back to work today. Finally. They haven't worked since, well, technically they haven't worked since January. And if everything goes right, in the middle of December, they will go on another 6-week holiday. Can you imagine a job where you get paid as much as they do to only work, what, so 3 months? Yep. That's amazing. So, I'm excited for that. I was gonna say I might not be making videos as much, but I don't make videos as much now, do I? I don't have a lot to say anymore. I think I got it all out for a while until something else major happens, and then I'm gonna be like, guys, I need to talk. I need to get my words out. That's why I started this channel, so that I have a place where I can say whatever I want, and either people listen or they don't, but I needed a space for myself. Because when I was a teenager, I had a diary, journal, whatever you want to call it. I had a notebook, and I wrote everything. I had a lot going on. My dad had left, I was sick, I had a new brother I didn't know. I was verbally abused as a kid, and I was never physically harmed, but I was verbally and very, very, very controlled. So I had to journal because my mother would always say to me, oh, you can talk to me, you can talk to me. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That was a lie. So instead of me talking to her, because I did not trust her because she was abusive, I would write things out. And I was naive enough to think that she would not read it. And she did. And not only did she read it, but she used my thoughts against me. So, my whole point of this is that I have never been able to write my feelings down since then. But I need to get them out because it has been a journey. Let me tell you that. My Facebook memories are coming up from 2020 when I was set up with hospice. And I've been reading them and I'm like, I can't believe you went through this by yourself. I cannot believe this person that I am reading about, talking about myself, right, was in the hospital, was set up with hospice by yourself, and nobody was there for you. Nobody was there with you. Nobody. Like, I had friends online, which I know they would be there physically if they could have been. But first of all, hold on, guys. First of all, nobody could be there physically because the plague was happening. And I had all of these thoughts and decisions and everything I had to make by myself. I was in the hospital by myself, 2.5 hours away, being set up with hospice. And even then, I didn't have the energy to write things down. And I would write little snippets on Facebook. Today this happened, today I feel like this, blah, blah, blah. This is blah, blah, you know what I mean. And now, my Facebook memories are popping up, and I'm reading all of this stuff I went through. And I don't remember going through it. I don't know if I blocked it out, or if my memory is really just that bad. But it's just amazing to read this stuff. Anyways, my whole point of this is I have never had a safe place to just get my feelings out and just get them out. Put them into the world so that they're not in my head anymore. And that was why I started this channel. That is why I have Dear Diary segments, because it is for me to get my issues out. Because if you guys have been here since the beginning, you know that I've had a very bad year, very bad few years with friendships, with health, with my mother, with just everything, life, right? And on that topic, I want to say thank you to everybody who has stuck around and listened and cheered me on and supported me. I really, really, really love you for that. And I don't say I love you enough to people, because I think that it's a very, very serious word to use when you tell somebody you love them. But I do. For everybody that has ever been here, for everybody that has ever, even the people that don't cheer me on, the ones that are like, oh, let's go look what Lola is talking about again. Let's make fun of her, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Thank you for being here, because you guys, I think this is going to be the last drill. Thank you to the haters for being here, because you give me a reason to prove you wrong. And for that, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everybody who has ever listened to any word I have ever said to anybody. Okay, these are the last 2 drills, I believe. Are we ready? I don't have I do unboxings, I do whip and chats, I do funny little videos, but I'm not like other channels, and I kind of like that. I don't expect to be the next YouTube star, I don't, but I expect to be the same as I've always been. Just a rambling fool. Oh, hold on, we get a kitty here. All right, I think that I am done. Let me check. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, no, we got 2 more, guys. See? You always think you're done, and then you go in the fill in the holes, and there's always one more. Okay, the very last one. Are you in camera? Do you see it? I really think that my video is blurry. I'm so sorry. Oh no, you guys, I just spilled my drills. Oh no. And it was on camera. Oh no. Wow, see? Remember what I said? I don't expect to be the next YouTube superstar. Next YouTube superstars don't spill their drills. All right, let me take you off of the camera. Oh, my foot's asleep. Let me take it off of the camera so that I can show you our completed painting. Thank you for sticking around, guys. Thank you for helping me get through this. Thank you for helping me get through everything, every day. I really appreciate all of you. You have truly changed my life, and there are no words. There just aren't. You have changed my life. You have shown me what friendship is, what friendship is, how it's supposed to be. So, enough feelings, enough of the rambling. Let's check the video. All right, here is our witchy. And let me just say, if somebody says to me, wow, is Lola ever a witch? This is the type of witch I hope people think I am. Me with my kitty and my yellow shoes, just having a blast. This is the kind of witch I want to be. I love how the broom showed up. I think this whole thing actually showed up pretty well. I'm impressed. For a 30 by 30, I am impressed. Look at her shoes. I love those shoes. I do. I really love them. I would buy those. There's the kitty riding the broom with a really, really long tail. The bats showed up. They're not bad. Here is the only thing that I would have changed. You see on her face, she has those 2 dots underneath her nose. I think they're coded wrong. But if you bring it back to here, you don't notice it as much. And also, if you go close to her face, whoops, there is a black line right here. And it reminds me of an oxygen tube. And I can't unsee it. I know that it's just her jawline, but it really reminds me of oxygen. And let's see, even her scarf has the strings, and her hands turned out well. I just think this was really, really good. This was a good, I would give this a 9.9 out of 10. And I don't believe I paid very much for it. I know I paid less than 10. I might have possibly even paid less than 5. I bought it a year ago, so I can't send you a link. So there you go. I just want to say thank you. I will have to get out my next kit. I will have to put these ones away, and I will maybe have a kit out video. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, thank you everybody for being here. If you could you please press the like button and leave me a comment? It helps. Helps more than you know. And I will see you around, guys. Bye.